Augusta connecting to her dad. I'm feeling like your dad would have been a very, very sturdy man. He's showing me kind of like brunette hair, like darker looking hair. Not like black hair, but brunette hair, facial hair. Does that make sense to you, Augusta, with your dad? It feels like he would have been maybe even like a tradesman or something like that within his career, because he feels just so strong and powerful to me. Like sturdy, like in his prime, right? He would have been like sturdy. Does that make sense to you, Augusta? As I'm opening the communication with him, he is kind of talking about becoming weaker over time, so this might feel like he had dealt with an illness. Would that make sense to you, Augusta? I'm feeling as though he would have been more of like a homebody, not that he wouldn't have been a social man, but he would have enjoyed taking care of his home and being at home, watching his shows, and just like enjoying the home life. Let me just see where it goes as we go along. I want you to be able to take the information that I bring through as much as I can bring through as a confirmation for you. Did he have a knack for like mowing his lawn a specific way? Because he's showing me a lawn mower. And so I'm not sure if this relates to him or if this relates to you, but he's referencing a lawn mower that feels like almost like one of those ride-on lawn mowers, if you know what I mean. I'm really wondering if there would have been, with this illness with him, something related to the lungs or the chest. The reason I ask, yes, mowing, okay. That's my bias then, just with the riding lawnmower. He was bringing up mowing being something of significance. So, yeah, I feel like he'd like to take care of his home, maintain the appearance of everything. He would have been very involved physically with providing for the family as well. I am almost feeling as though you would have a sister too. Would that resonate with you, Augusta, having a sister as a sibling? You might have other siblings, but he's making me feel as though you may have a sister. And what I was saying with the illness, I thought it might be related to the chest or something like this. Okay, beautiful. You have an older sister. He was showing me kind of coughing up blood or something like that, and I don't want to dwell too much on the illness and things like that, because I know it's difficult to talk about these kinds of things, but I want to bring through the evidence of information that is being presented to me. He's making me feel as though with his daughters, you brought a different side of him out, and he wants to thank you and acknowledge that. Okay, thank you. I feel as though the family would have eaten together, like at the dinner table when you were growing up. Like it would have been something that was significant to him or important to him to have the family together. He had cancer at the end. He would cough up blood. Okay, thank you for sharing that with me. Yeah, he was showing me that kind of being related to the illness there. But I do feel like having dinner together as a family would have been something that would have been important to him. It would have been something he made sure, all right, it's time to sit down and eat together, and we're going to talk about our day. And even if you don't want to sit together, that's fine. Even if you don't have anything to say, you're going to sit down and we're going to eat together, in that kind of stern way. I do feel like he would have been a little bit stern as far as like the discipline, but he is making me feel like with you and your sister, like you brought out the lenient side of him a little bit, and he wasn't always able to like enforce the regulations and everything that he was. Would it make sense to you that he might have been in the military as well? Because he's giving me a lot of structure. I feel like he was a very structured man, especially when he was bringing up the family and stuff. So I don't know if it's specifically military or what it is that he's like. He just feels like he had a way of running things that made me feel like military. Okay, no military. He's also showing me making sure that that you would have had as a family a time of visiting, like going on vacations, small trips and things like that, to really do special things. He worked very, very hard. I feel like he was just like a very, very hard worker. And he's reminding me or making me feel as though that when you were growing up, like he enjoyed so much the giggles, the laughter, and everything like that. No, he was a homebody, never liked to go anywhere. Okay. That makes sense with like the strict and like the structure thing. Because he's just really talking about the importance of hearing the kids play and having a good time. Like that was enough for him. As long as you guys were having fun, like that's where he kind of got fulfilled, I feel like. He loved when you guys were growing up, like around the ages of, I feel like 4 to 10 and stuff like that. He loves like that age he's talking about. I feel like he would have been very involved with the family. But he's just kind of like, you come to me. So what's also going to be coming up for you psychically, I see, this is a reminder not only from your dad, but from spirit in general, to really allow yourself to come into your own unique personality, allow yourself to be seen, allow your sparkle to shine. I feel like you have a lot to bring to the table, and maybe you don't recognize that about yourself enough. You get really critical of yourself sometimes, and your dad really wants to say, knock that off. You are special, you are beautiful. He's making me feel as though he would have like had some tender moments. He's showing me like brushing your hair out of your face a little bit. So I don't know if this relates to him doing this directly to you, but he looked at you in this way that was like, you could do no wrong, you could do no harm. Even if he might have talked a little harshly to you, he really wants to say he was always, like, you made his heart melt always. And he's making me feel as though that's what I was feeling like might be related to you doing that to him at the end there. But it's like, it's so weird because they bring double meanings, and it's just like, it's so beautiful how that works. But it's like, he always looked at you fondly. He always knew that you have this like extra quality of strength within you. But I do feel like you're similar to him in the way of maybe being a little bit of a homebody, being more comfortable at home and things like that. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a good time to really take the time that you have to yourself to heal and grow and really balance out the things that are going on in your life, because it's about finding that yin and yang. You know, maybe sometimes you're a little bit too much of a homebody, and so you need to push yourself to get out a little bit. And, you know, finding that balance is going to be important to you. I also don't know if there's thoughts of a career change or something like that coming into your awareness, or something you're thinking about. Feels like that might be something that's coming for you. Be aware of people that don't have the best intentions for you too. Not only other people though, but yourself, because I feel like you have two sides to yourself again with like this balance thing. It's like you are able to be so critical of yourself so easily, and in some ways you can hold yourself back in that way. So if you can just open your heart as much as possible to new opportunities, allowing yourself to really be seen, because you're your own worst enemy sometimes. Your dad is definitely there. Like, he's giving me so many chills right now too. He's definitely there to support and encourage you in anything you do. I feel like you are a great manifester. Be careful to the things that you might be holding on to, especially the limiting beliefs that you might have set upon yourself, because I do feel like you're dealing with mental conflict and kind of holding on to a way that you thought things should go. And it's going to be the most unexpected ways that things unfold. I feel like you have seen things unfold in unexpected ways already, so allow those things to still continue to come into your life. Follow your intuition, and I do see moving on. So I don't know, again, with the career, if that's something that you're thinking about, but it does feel like if that is, that's a good thing coming for you, because I've got it twice here in the cards. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that reading for you. I freaking love doing these readings. It's just amazing. It's so powerful, and I love bringing through the confirmations from Spirit. Your dad loves you so much. You will work it out. You will work it out. I know that's not necessarily the message you want to hear all the time, is you want a direct answer, but anything that feels right in your heart, follow that. He loves you so much, and he thanks you as well for being there for him near the end too, because he's talking about you bringing peace to him. He might have been a little scared. I'm feeling like he was a little scared near the end. He didn't want to show it, but he wants to let you know that you truly brought peace and comfort to him, and he really wants to thank you for that. So thank you so much. I'm going to get misty-eyed now, of course. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. He really calls you his guiding light. So I just need you to know that he is always around with you. He's always with you.